Hi, in the previous video we looked at reading and writing CSV files. In this video we're going to take a look at using scan function, examining data, and using read.fwf function. In the previous videos we introduced how to use read.table and read.csv to load data into an R session. However, read.table and read.csv only work if the number of columns is fixed and the data size is small. To be more flexible in data processing, we'll demonstrate how to use the scan function to read data from the file. First, we can use the scan function to read data from snp500.csv, which we downloaded earlier. When we run this, we can see the number of files that have been read. That is, 16,481 records were read. We can now examine loaded data with mode and str function. Mode stock data and str stock data. Let's see how this code works. When comparing read.csv and read.table, the scan function is more flexible and efficient in data reading. Here we specify the field name and support type of each field within a in the what parameter. In this case, the first field is of character type and the rest of the fields are of numeric type. Therefore, we can set 2 single or double quotes for the date column and 0 for the rest of the fields. Then, as we need to skip the header row and automatically add empty fields to any lines with fewer fields than the number of columns, we set skip to 1 and fill to true. At this point, we can now examine the data with some built-in functions. Here we use mode to obtain the type of data and use str to display the structure of the data. On some occasions, the data is separated by fixed width rather than fixed delimiter. To specify the width of each column, we can use the read.fwf function. Let's download a file weather.op from the author's GitHub page. Now let's run the code. Downloaded 3015 bytes. Now we can examine the data with the file editor. Read the data by specifying the width of each column in widths, the column name in call.names, and skip the first row by setting skip to 1. Lastly, we can examine the data using the head and names functions. Head and names. Here you can see the names. Great! That marks the end of this video. In this video, we've learned how to scan text files. Cool! In the next video, we'll learn about working with Excel files.